Okay, welcome back to the channel, Hobby-Wan Kenobi. We are continuing work on the Ford G.P.A. Jeep, the Tamiya kit, 1/35th scale. And as you can see, we've added some details. We have the seat cushions, which are life preservers, and they've been added to the back, and we have the seats up at the front have also been added. And if you take a look here, we added some framing details on the inside. They take this A shape, and then also some of the throttles have been added. So now we're going to take care of adding some shims between some gaps that I've noticed between the dashboard and these raised side panels. And we're going to fill that gap with shims with pieces of plastic. So here we're going to cut some pieces off. I have two different sizes I'm going to work with. In the front here, you can see the gap there. In the front, we're going to work with a thicker piece because the size of the gap requires it. It's nice and snug. And it looks like I'm going to let it be flush on the outside and then on the inside be able to sand away and work on it. And then we have the thinner piece here for the corners on the back. And you'll notice that the piece lies at an angle, so we're going to let it be at that angle. So what I'm going to do now is take some of these pieces and glue them with super glue onto the actual dashboard. And as you can see, I have some here now. And I'm going to take a cutter and we're going to trim off the excess. The glue has dried, it hasn't really set, so I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to get the cutter nice and flush as far down as I can, and I'm going to hold it and just let it fall on its own. I'm not trying to force any angles. If I do force it, the piece is very likely to break off, despite it being glued with super glue. And there we have some of the excess has come off, but not all of it. So I'm going to have to take care of it with some sanding sticks or files and bring it down so it matches the shape of the dashboard. And now we have the piece fitted and we have the shims, and I've also added a little bit of perfect plastic putty, the water soluble kind, and it filled the gaps nicely. I used the water soluble kind so that I could remove the excess with a lightly dampened Q-tip. And as you can see, it worked out just great. So here's the model so far. Thank you for watching. Please hit subscribe.